G'day, I'm Phil. In my last video, I talked about why I finally decided to make a change. Today, I want to explain why I believe this attempt is different from the others. Now, this isn't actually my first time losing a significant amount of weight. Several years ago, I downloaded a calorie counting app, started walking a lot, and stuck to a calorie limit every day, and it worked. I lost a huge amount of weight in about 6 months, but it didn't last. Looking back now, I can see where I went wrong. I focused almost entirely on calories. I didn't understand the importance of getting enough protein. I wasn't doing any strength training. As the weight came off, I wasn't just losing fat, I was losing muscle as well. Probably the biggest problem though was that I was hungry most of the time. I kept telling myself it would all be worth it once I reached my goal weight. Eventually I got there, and I remember feeling relieved. I thought, great, now I can go back to eating normally. The trouble was, my normal eating was what had helped me put the weight on in the first place. Not long after that, Christmas came around. At work, there were fruit mince pies in the staff room, Christmas lollies, all the usual treats. I have to admit, I've always had a bit of a weakness for fruit mince pies. At first, it was just one here and there, then another. Before I knew it, I was back to my old eating habits. Life got busy. I stopped paying attention, and eventually the weight came back. I don't look at that experience as a failure anymore. I look at it as an education. It taught me that losing weight isn't enough. If you don't change the habits that got you there in the first place, it's very easy to end up back where you started. So what's different this time? First of all, my goal has changed. My goal isn't simply to get under 80 kilos. I'd love to get there. And because I'm strength training, I don't know exactly what my final healthy weight will be. But my real goal is much bigger than a number on the scales. I want to become the healthiest version of myself that I can possibly be. That changes everything. This time, strength training is a big part of the plan. I want to preserve and build muscle as I lose weight. I know that's important not only for strength, but also for staying healthy as I get older. I'm also paying much more attention to protein. I understand now how important it is for maintaining muscle while losing weight. I've also found that eating enough protein helps me feel fuller for longer, which makes staying in a calorie deficit much more manageable. Another difference is that I'm not trying to lose the weight as quickly as possible. Last time I lost it in about 6 months. This time, I'd rather take 3 to 5 years, if that's what it takes. Because if it takes longer, but actually lasts, that's a much better outcome. Of course, there are challenges. I work 12-hour shifts. I've got sleep apnea, so protecting my sleep is really important. And because of my injuries, there are exercises I simply can't do safely. I've had to learn to work with my body instead of against it. One of the big changes, though, is my mindset. 10 years ago, I wasn't thinking very far ahead. Now I am. I'm thinking about the next 10, 20, or even 30 years. I'm thinking about my health, my family, the kind of husband I want to be, the kind of dad I want to be, and God willing, the kind of grandpa I hope to become. I've also learned something about motivation. People often think motivation comes first. For me, it's often the other way round. The more consistent I am, the more motivated I feel. I genuinely enjoy going to the gym. Even when I'm sore afterwards, I know I've done something positive for my future. And when I have a bad day, I don't tell myself I've blown it. I tell myself it was one bad day. Tomorrow is another opportunity. I can't change yesterday, but I can make a better choice today. That simple change in thinking has made a huge difference. Accountability has become important too. Knowing that people are following this journey encourages me to stay focused. Not because I have to be perfect, but because I want this journey to be honest. I also measure progress differently now. Yeah, I still weigh myself, but I also measure my waist. I track my food. I record my gym workouts. I notice how my clothes are fitting. I notice that I'm carrying less pain than I was a few months ago. My blood pressure is well controlled. I'm getting stronger. Those things matter just as much as the number on the scales. If you ask me where I'd hope to be in 10 years, I'd probably have a few more wrinkles and a lot more grey hair. That's just part of getting older. But I also hope I'll be fitter, stronger. I hope I can still be going to the gym. I hope I have the energy to enjoy my life with my family, because I don't believe the second half of life has to be downhill. I honestly think we can continue getting better. Maybe not younger, but wiser, healthier, stronger, and more grateful for every year we're given. That's why this time is different. I'm not chasing a quick result. I'm building habits that I hope I'll still be living 10 years from now. This isn't a 6-month project. It's a lifelong commitment to become the healthiest version of myself I can be. If you'd like to follow that journey, the successes, the setbacks, and everything in between, I'd love to have you along. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.